changed if you play with the L. .O, .X, dot at the end. We the that's gonna leave with the at the end. Never too young to or too old to live.
Glad you could join us for our broadcast of NBA basketball. Here alongside Tim Legler and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson with Ali LaForce joining us courtside. Taking a look at the Wizards.
Yeah, this is the second and final time these teams will meet. So if they want a different outcome, they'll have to bring that extra intensity.
Yeah, no team wants to be swept in a season series, even if it's just 2 games. Maybe they put a little extra film work into this one.
SGA with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. Well, 2 of the best guards in the league going at it today, Grant. Is there a bit of bragging rights on the line?
You know, maybe not for the players themselves, BA, but the fans will absolutely use this game as evidence when they argue why their guy is the best.
And yep, it's good.
And Giannis has a ridiculous combination of size, skill, and athleticism.
And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Into the lane. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. Here's SGA. Outside Porter. There's a screen. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Outside Curry. For 3. The rebound by Hall. And so it's Durant who brings up the ball for the Warriors. And Stephen Curry's been so good for so long. Tim, we tend to forget that early ankle injuries held him back.
Yeah, really, Brian, hard to imagine what he's overcome. Surgery in seasons 2 and 3 that strengthened his lower body and got those ankle braces. Sports medicine has unleashed a killer.
To the inside, Antetokounmpo.
I mean, the size and athleticism of Giannis, arguably without precedent, an incredibly prolific finisher.
And Hall gets it to go.
Now that one went in, but I don't think that's a shot they want to rely on.
Curry drives in. Warriors with the rebound. For three, Durant drops in the three.
Yeah, smooth and focused. KD is so polished, so prolific.
And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. The Warriors leading. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
Yes, it's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points.
Well, it's early, but I love their offensive game plan to this point.
Pass to Riley. Left side Curry. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Well, if Curry gets any space at all, he is going to make you pay, particularly in pick and roll.
Here's SGA.
Tough call for his coach. Second foul already. We'll see how much the staff trusts him.
And Tim, to have the success that SGA has had, is there something different to his approach?
Well, B.A., I just think he's so shifty, so quick in changing directions, and he can decelerate once he gets into the paint. That change of pace makes it very difficult to stop, and it's the reason he's the perennial league leader in drives to the rim.
Shout out Canada too, eh?
Of the North.
Yeah, and this speaks to how strong Giannis is. Able to still convert despite the physical defense.
Well, Grant, this is the third season under this front office for the Wizards.
And bringing experience from years working for the Oklahoma City Thunder, their commitment level to building the right way is rock solid.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thank you. Giannis Antetokounmpo talked about what keeps him going. He said the most important thing is to stay humble. At the end of the day, I realized that I wasn't supposed to be here. I'm just happy, and I always want to be better and do better for my team. And that's what gives me joy. Back over to you.
You got to respect that mindset. Allie, we appreciate the report. So it's Washington now, following the score by Golden State. Here's Nelson. He's scoreless. On the wing, SGA. Pass to Nelson. On the wing, SGA. Just 5 to shoot. Fades and shoots. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
And he showed you great timing as well. Offensive rebounding, one of his specialties.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Here's Porter. Sinks that one from the post.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Pass to Carrington. Knocked loose. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. And here's Porter outside. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
And the game plan for them should be simple. Keep getting it to Giannis. The Greek Freak is on fire.
And here's Porter. Pass to Hall. Outside for SGA. Clock at 6. On the take. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 13.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Washington, 14.
If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about the Warriors here in this one?
Yeah, showing grit on the glass is a good way to gain an advantage. They controlled the boards in the first.
They clearly wanted to be the more physical team, and they are setting the tone that way. I love the work.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Warriors lead by 8. Here's Durant. Portis with the steal. And it's Washington on the break. Jacks up a 3. Horford pulls it in. Now the Warriors with it. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game. Here's Durant. It's on target from the high post. Durant's gotten his second bucket on the night.
And KD getting to his spot there. He thrives in the mid-range.
Curry creates inside.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
The 3, Durant. And Vukcevic pulls it down. The Wizards trail by 8. Outside Curry. The shake. Crafty move. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Al Horford.
And Curry putting on pressure to the interior of that defense and earning a trip to the free throw line.
Tim, does it seem to you that Stephen Curry gets better when the buzzer is approaching?
Well, if that's true of anyone, it's Steph, B.A., a former clutch player of the year. He's very comfortable with the outcome in his hands.
There's the drive. Here's Portis. Horford with a steal. They double-team Durant. Pass to post. Launches a 3. Hits a three-pointer. And the Warriors lead by 10.
When you can shoot over the top of people and hit a high percentage from out there, you are in rare company.
Durant for 3. Another 3 for Golden State. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Warriors?
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
And they're also focusing on their break, looking for any chance they can to push the pace and get out in transition.
Durant, no good.
Using all of that size to create leverage and rip down that board.
Oh, come on, B.A. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
That's the kind of play that can spark a run. A dunk like that energizes everyone on the team.
Here's Curry. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. Pass to Vukcevic. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Stephen Curry.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
And so it's Durant who brings up the ball for Golden State. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. They double-team Durant. Sinks it from distance.
What you love about KD is the way he thinks the game. Intelligent and experienced. You can count on him to always make the right play.
Here's Champagnie. Still without a bucket. And it's stolen by Finney-Smith. Puts up a 3. And the Warriors with another 3. Legs, we've seen players extend their primes, extend their careers. What's behind that?
Well, I think you have to look at the absolute best, LeBron James, and what he has been able to do in making that investment in terms of caring for his body. It's a role model that all players should emulate.
Question is, can anybody replicate what LeBron has done?
Boy, that's going to be tough to copy that.
Now here's Curry. He has 7. Offline with a 3. In transition, here come the Warriors. And Durant gets it to go.
Well, certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
And here's Curry for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good. They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
To halt the run. And it's Curry laying it in. Curry's got 9.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. The Wizards are letting their young guys learn on the fly. Guard Bub Carrington said the whole organization communicates to us often. We drafted you guys for a reason, they say. Don't be scared to make a mistake. Play your game, use the things that got you here, and see if it sticks. Yeah.
Learning on the job. All right, Allie, thanks a lot.
Well, I love the confidence. Keep shooting it. Eventually, he's got to start making some, right?
Curry drives in. Goes back up. Driving in. And he sinks the layup. 11 points in the game.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
And it's slammed in by Durant.
Yeah, one of the most skilled players we've ever seen. Durant just continues to dominate offensively.
Knocks down the triple. Durant's got 28.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. The Warriors on top, running away with it. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Three-pointer. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Grant, is it fair to call Kevin Durant one of the most unique players we've ever seen?
Without a doubt, B.A., most definitely. The blend of size and perimeter skill, unprecedented. KD able to rise up and score over most any defender.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Teams making substitutions here. The Warriors lead by 22. Pass to Hall. The open shot by Gilgeous-Alexander. Cans it from the wing. SGA's got 15.
Well, I tell you what, SGA is a bona fide superstar, having another huge night.
Warriors with the rebound.
Wow, that's embarrassing. Come on, just put the ball in the hole.
Nelson, no good.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
Outside Coulibaly. Now Antetokounmpo. 12 points for him. Shakes him. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Giannis with the rebound.
This is definitely not how they envisioned starting the second half.
And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Oh, man, the balance of muscle Giannis possesses is tremendous. Phenomenal at scoring on physical defenses.
Here's Hall. Shot's good. SGA making the play. 5 points in the game.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Outside Johnson. To the paint. Here's Riley. Here's Antetokounmpo. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Just hasn't been his night so far, and if he's unable to find his rhythm, this might be a long night for them.
Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by Coulibaly. To the middle. Here's Carrington. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. Carrington's got his first bucket in this one. And last season, the Warriors had their most success playing a small ball lineup there.
Well, they more than held their own on the backboards in defending the paint. But you knew they'd look to add some size this summer. Not exactly what the defense was expecting from Johnson. The rookie blitzing the rim.
And that one's good. SGA. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 here in the quarter.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking. You can tell the moment the pass left his hands, he knew he messed up.
For an offensive machine like Gilgeous-Alexander, it's important to incorporate the floater in your arsenal.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures. Just making himself at home. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
So oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it. Watching the trajectory on a floater never gets old. One of the most fun ways to score that this league has. And another bucket for him. What a quarter he has had.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Powerful. He saw an opening and turned it into a highlight reel.
Man, just sent it down with some force.
Well, the defense a little soft around the rim there. That's as easy as it gets.
I'll tell you, that jumper from Gilgeous-Alexander is smooth and under control.
Here's Carrington. Oh, it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Tries again. 58 seconds left in the third.
Oh, man, and the defense now sees SGA taking flight. It's just too much.
Portis outside. Melton with the ball. Portis shot is off. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 27. And the bucket is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 29 points.
That's a high percentage look for SGA.
Shot's good by Carrington. And here's SGA. He'll bring it up for Golden State. And following this one, they'll take on the Nuggets in Denver. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. Just 4 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Porter from outside. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline.
Your Warriors.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors.
Washington, 46.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. In this league, you've got to have moves and counter moves. Grant, your toolkit was pretty complete coming in.
Well, I tried to keep adding to it. It's like baseball. If they're struggling to hit your heater, that changeup will work even better.
And here's Curry for 3. It's hauled in by Nelson.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
And the shot goes down. 30 points for Durant.
And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
Inside. Pulls it from the top of the key. And he gets that one. Durant's got 4 points now in the quarter. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
I really like their effort in transition tonight, constantly pushing the pace and then turning that into points.
On the break. Shot's good by Antetokounmpo.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. And Johnson picks him up defensively. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul of the game. And here's Curry. Screen by Antetokounmpo. And Curry is good for 3.
Yeah, Curry just doing damage from deep. If you give him any separation, his three-point shooting is deadly.
It's good.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hall. From outside the arc. Knocks down the long J.
Really smart decision by SGA, taking what the defense gives him.
Here's Curry. Banked it in off the glass.
It's fun for us to sit back and watch him go to work, but that's our job, not the defense's. They left him too open on that play.
Now here's SGA. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander lifting off and hammering it down with all he's got.
Outside Johnson. Back to Curry. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Golden State. Here's SGA. And that one comes up a bit short.
Come on, he's a very good mid-range shooter, but the...
Whoa! Oh, my goodness!
Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
Offensive rebound. Right side, SGA. 5 to shoot. There's a screen. Giannis with the rebound.
Looks like he might have been guiding that one a little bit.
Pass to Hall. Ooh, poked away. Coulibaly on the wing. 3-pointer. That shot off.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
Well, it's simple math. You've got to limit teams to 1 shot on your defensive end and then give yourself extra possessions when you have the ball.
And again, it's Golden State.
And that's Shai's favorite spot on the floor. His mid-range game is automatic.
Here's Antetokounmpo.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display. Here's SGA. It's rebounded by Washington.
Yeah, he's got to be mad at himself for missing that one, especially considering the defense didn't really affect him.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Warriors.
They were the more accurate club. And in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
And even though this season series was only 2 games, a sweep is still a sweep.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Really impressive what he did tonight. Total control of the offense, dropping dimes. They're going to look for him to lead the way again tonight.
Now here's SGA.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Yeah, the atmosphere in this arena has been unbelievable. Great all-around effort by everyone to put this game away.
Yeah, most of the time you assume Curry's 3-ball is falling. That's how good he is.
And Washington with possession. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Counted.
And where was this type of effort earlier in the game? Unfortunately, this run will be all for nothing.
Well, they have finally found something that's working, but it's against a defense that clearly has let up since they have the lead.
It's stolen by SGA. Here's Nelson. And the miss. And so it's the Warriors taking care of business.
So much on your shoulders, you got so much on your mind. Wanna smooth it over, but you always on your grind. Stop taking advantage, start taking your time. Can't use the peace of mind. Nights in solitude, days inside. Life's a paid with time. Prices got some altitude, wages dive. Might just to pay your tithes. Pray to new age slip not. Every day praying I slip not. The fairway is played by some.